Welcome to Guns Gear Network here. Appreciate you tuning in today. Today we're going to talk about our new off-grid solar panel setup that we're working on. So if you follow my channel, you know that I'm working on the overlanding trailer build and some other things, and I've been interested in doing some type of overlanding solar system that I can take with me that's portable. I could use it at the house if need be in a grid down situation, and that's what I'm working on now. So X-Bull USA sent us this solar panel back some time ago when they sent us over the traction boards that we did a review about, and I'm just now getting around to putting something together now that I've got my trailer more complete. And so there's different kinds of solar, and there's all kinds of different panels and things like that. And my understanding is the solid panels like this are a little more durable and a little better than some of the folding ones and things like that. I don't know, I'm kind of new to solar. I've got a good friend of mine that's been helping me with some of this, and really grateful that he's got a lot of knowledge about it. So he's done a lot of research, and so he's been helpful. And so that's what I do. I just research on the internet and things like that, just kind of what everybody's doing, and collectively put all that information together to figure something out. And hopefully I can bring you something that maybe some improvements on some things. So when you get these panels, this one in particular did come with some mounting brackets, but I didn't want to mount it permanently, like say on top of my FJ or on top of the trailer or something like that. I wanted portability. I want to be able to move it around. I want to be able to use it at the house or at camp or different places. And because of that, you got to figure out a way to set it up. And one of the things that you can do is build a frame like this, and this is kind of an easel style that you can use to set it up and move it around and things like that. The other thing that was a little awkward about this panel, because it's kind of big, it's not real heavy, but it's just awkward in size, it didn't have a handle. So I've added a handle over here, and we'll discuss all this as we go along here. But first things first, you're going to have to figure out a way to set yours up somewhere. And they do make some kits that allow you to do something similar to this, but I saw a few people, it's not my idea, I saw some other people making them out of PVC, and I kind of took a little bit of what they had and made it my own, and I think made some improvements that I wanted to share with you. So the PVC itself, I got, you can buy it anywhere, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. I think I got it at, actually I got part of it at Lowe's and part of it at Home Depot, because I had some of it already. So the top piece here is a 1/4 inch, and the reason you're going to have one smaller is because you need to be able to fit inside the other. So I don't know, this is what I had at the house, was 1/2 inch, and then when I went to test what would fit, I found that the 1 inch would, the 3/4 would not. So what I did was I cut this one first to length, but I cut it where it was very tight. It's a friction fit almost. So I wanted it in there really secure, and once I did that, if you notice here, I've got self-tapping screws over there that secure it in place. Now I did this last. This is the very last thing I did after I got everything adjusted and everything. So this one is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4 T's, and then 2 elbows down at the very bottom. And what I'll tell you is the other ones that I saw made out of PVC, they didn't have this in the middle. Now, the reason I wanted this in the middle was because it's going to add some rigidity to this, where if it's just one long, system around and nothing in the middle, then it's going to get a little flexible, and I wanted something to secure that a little more, make it a little more rigid. So add you a cross brace in here. That'll help fix that situation. And then if you look at the very bottom down here, get you a little closer shot of that. If you look, I've got 2 eye hooks. And the reason is you want to be able to secure this to where the wind won't blow it over potentially and damage it, and you want to be able to adjust this, and I'll show you that here in a minute. You want to be able to adjust the angle. Let me see if I can get this in camera for you. So take one of these simple curved tent stakes, and you just simply drive it in the ground and hold it in place. Now when you do this, don't run the bolt all the way through. I drilled a hole on one side, stuck it in before I glued it or anything, stuck it in, tightened it all down, and if you look, the pipe stops right here and right here. So this right here, this bolt going through does not interfere. I just had to take a pair of needle nose pliers, run it in there to put the back bolt on to be able to tighten this down. And so that's what you do there. I made those, I went ahead and bought stainless. I'm willing to pay the little bit extra to get stainless always. That way I don't have to worry about corrosion and stuff. It's going to be exposed to any outside elements. And this obviously is going to be outside all the time. So you want to make this to where it is adjustable. And the reason is because you want to be able to maximize the amount of sun that it gets. And in order to do that, you're going to need to be able to move this panel out further and up further. So it depends on the angle of the sun is how much you'll move it. And so these will help secure it so this won't slide and like that. And then the only thing you would move out, this would stay stationary. The only thing you'd be moving is the panel itself at a different angle. So the other thing that I did when I put this together that I'll show you is I made sure that it was a friction fit. So now I don't have to worry about having something to secure this piece that would potentially flop around or whatever. So I did when I put it in and built it that it is a friction fit. You'll just have to play with the lengths and the measurements of yours when you put it together to make sure that you've got a little friction fit down at the bottom with yours. But neat little stand, pretty cheap. Between the handle and that, less than $20. Probably less than $16 or $15. But the handle itself, pretty common handle. It's actually a handle used for screen doors. They had one in stainless, but when I went to buy this one, because I looked online first, they did not have the stainless in stock, unfortunately. So I wound up buying this one. I think this is some kind of coated galvanized steel or whatever, but I just riveted it in with blind rivets. When you put it in, be sure you're drilling it in at the outer edge so you're not getting anywhere near where the panel would be accidentally and damage your panel when you're drilling out or putting the rivet in or a screw in or whatever. But just some blind rivets holds it in place, makes this thing much easier to move around, and because it is a little awkward shape, not real heavy but a little awkward. And I may actually put a handle up here also so I can grab hold of it and move it around. So I don't know, we'll see. I just measured the distance and kind of put it in the middle best I could, and so it'd be balanced as you're carrying it. But it's kind of like a big old suitcase, big old long flat suitcase, but it works and makes it much easier. So, but anyway, guys, I hope this has been helpful to you for the people that are looking to build some kind of solar, setup. Just kind of follow the videos as I progress and put it together. It's probably going to be over the next month or so. I'm kind of budgeting that and maybe asking for some stuff that I'm going to need for it for Christmas. So we'll just have to see, but I'll get it done complete as quick as I can for you guys so you can see. And I'm I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at the system. My good friend, when I was talking to him about what my ideas were at first, he was like, I don't know about that. And then the more he thought about it, he said, I kind of like that. So, and he studied it a lot. So I think it's a system that'll work nice and be very portable and usable and much more convenient than some of the systems I've seen. And a lot cheaper, because if you actually buy a solar generator, those things are like crazy expensive. So it'll be similar to a solar generator setup. But anyway, guys, hope this has been helpful. If you got any questions, post those below. If you have any experience with this, put that in the comment section down there. I'll also, if I can, put the link to anything that I buy down in the section below as I buy it and put it out. But anyway, guys, if you like our videos, give us a thumbs up. That's greatly appreciated down there. Also, the share button. Share content helps us get the word out about Guns and Gear Network and the sponsors that give us the products to review. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button over there. Hit the bell out beside of it. That will give you a notification as we produce new videos and release them. As always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Bring another video shortly. Have a great day.